Tuesday, January 26, 2020. This is the Bulldog Unchained podcast. I'm your host, the King of Villains, Bulldog Unchained. This is 30 minutes of mayhem. Oh, goddamn. Doing a double header of shows today. So we're going to jump right into this. The first question comes from Amy, and it says, I want to know if you had to fuck only one for the rest of your life, no matter what girl you were with, would you choose mouth, pussy, or ass? Now, I know that the majority of you think that I'm just automatically going to say ass, right? But let me tell you this, my interesting Judeo-Christian friends. You're wrong. Because as much as I do love anal, that's not the route that I'm going to choose. If it has to be one, it's going to be pussy. Because I am not a greedy or selfish lover, and I am, in fact, about giving pleasure. So I definitely want to make sure that you get off too. And not every woman is going to get off from anal. So it's not a guarantee. But you did say that it's just like whatever girl I was with, if I had to pick one, maybe that woman does get off from anal. But that being said, if I've got to pick and it's only one and I got to stick with it, it's going to be pussy. All right? Because, yeah, I'm not a total asshole. Okay, just partial. Next up, Jimmy. How fucked up would it be if it turned out that the Norse gods were real and showed up on Earth? How do you think Christians would react to that? About the same way that they'll react if aliens ever actually reveal themselves to the whole world at once, like extraterrestrials. Fuck, dude, that shit's gonna be over real quick. They're gonna flip out. Either that or the majority of them, you know, just because they're lying anyway, that they believe in, you know, the Christian God, they're just going to be like, oh yeah, I believed in you the whole time, blah, blah, blah. I've always loved you, Odin, and Thor, and Freyr, and Frigg, and Freya. Yeah. They would just probably try to switch up they would become like bandwagon fans of the NFL. Like, okay, a lot of Colts fans, right? A lot of Colts fans are, you know, oh, well, the Colts didn't make it, but this year my second favorite team, the Kansas City Chiefs, they're going to be in the Super Bowl. Get the fuck out of here. My second favorite team. Anyway, next question. Bruce, holding a woman's nose to teach her to swallow is considered acceptable behavior for punishing a naughty, naughty, naughty little girl who won't take her medicine, right? Absolutely. Like, how else are you supposed to get them to take it? You just gotta you gotta shove that flesh spoon into the back of their throat and shoot the go-gurt, hold their nose, and just make them have to swallow around your cock so that they can try to gasp for some air and choke that shit down. What kind of woman are you messing with, Bruce, that won't take her medicine, won't swallow? I don't understand. That doesn't seem like you. All right. Here's the other questions. There we go. Oh, fuck me. I gotta load them up. Chris Izzy, do you think people who have to go to scoliosis camp get graded on a curve? Fuck you for that. Jimmy, this is a stretch, but hear me out. Since Evansville has a strong German presence, what are the holds of Vectron being ran by Jews and their outrageous prices being a subtle act of revenge for the Holocaust? Oh my God. I think that's a bit of a reach there, but it's feasible. I mean, we all know that the Jewish people are pretty sneaky, right? Like, if Borat taught us anything, you can never trust the Jews. Oh my God. Now I kind of want to watch that fucking movie again. Yeah, it seems totally feasible that they would be taking their revenge on, you know, like the strong German presence of Evansville and southern Indiana in general for payback for the Holocaust. I get it, man. Jimmy, again, have you ever thought about making a Juggernaut costume? Imagine the possibilities of going to cons and even Halloween. You could be in character and charge through people. Dude, I have thought about making a Juggernaut costume, except I've looked into the cost of materials and everything to make the helmet and the, you know, the chest armor and the boots and gloves, like how they would need to look, and that shit ain't cheap, man. It's really not. Like, to make a great con costume of that magnitude, for especially for my size, and to make it look right, whew, you're talking couple hundreds of dollars, possibly over the grand range, because I'm gonna have to outsource some of that shit to be made. Jewboy, is Josh McNinch really in Facebook prison for saying retard? Hashtag free McNinch. I don't know anything about this. I guess that explains why I haven't been seeing McNinch's posts on Facebook. But if he did in fact catch a Facebook ban for saying retard, well, that's really fucking retarded, isn't it? Goddamn Zuckerberg, man. What? Fix your goddamn algorithms, you fuck. Like, Facebook has become more of a joke about, like, I see there are groups dedicated to people seeing how quickly they can catch a ban just fucking around. Like, come on. We need to go back to the Wild West days. Fuck off, Zuckerberg. Nobody cares about you. Like, in fact, it's about time that, you know, it may be time for the government to step in on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, because these things are now influencing daily social life, like actual life. Like, these things have a dynamic in the real world now. And so that means that they have become too great of entities for, you know, private citizens or individuals to own and operate. Like, it's gone above and beyond them. Samuel, I keep hearing about this Taco John person. Is there a connection between him and the Taco John's fast food chain? Yeah. I mean, it's my buddy John, but I call him Taco John because for as long as I've known him, if you give that boy potato olays, he will flip the fuck out. Also, one time years ago, I was like super sick, stuck at home, and Taco John brought me a bag full of Taco Johns to help me out because I was sick, couldn't go anywhere, and I was hungry, didn't feel like cooking anything. And Taco John delivered Taco Johns. Let's see here. Okay. Samuel, I got to skip yours. I got to skip memes and pictures from now on. Like, I can't really do that anymore because it doesn't make sense on a, on a vocal, like on a audio only podcast. Jewboy, can white people get the Black Plague? You didn't answer it last time. Shut the fuck up. I hope you get the Black Plague, you fuck. Can white people get the Black Plague? Nope. No. White people just get autism and shit like that. Whatever this coronavirus is that's coming from China, you know black people ain't getting that because black people ain't ordering shit off Wish. They get on there and they're like, bitch, I ain't ordering that bullshit. Waiting 4 goddamn weeks for this $7 piece of shit to get to me. That's dumb. That's white people shit. Jewboy again, if gay people come out of the closet, do gay midgets come out of the cabinet? Yeah, probably. Or the cupboard. I mean, you know. Sure, we'll go with that. They come out of the dumb waiter. Oh, God. If you don't know what a dumb waiter is, fuck you. I'm not even going to explain it. Gag on it, Glinda. No, I'm not doing memes. Okay, so next one, gag on it, Glinda. What do you think about the Cyberpunk 2077 delay? Will it be out before Christmas? I don't know. I haven't really looked much into this game. I've heard about it. I've heard that people are super upset about the game being delayed, but then I've also heard people say, well, it's kind of awesome that it was delayed so they don't give us an incomplete game, kind of like what fucking Gearbox did to us with Borderlands 3, even though I do love Borderlands 3 again. I've started playing it again, developed a newfound love for it, but Gearbox needs to focus on actually fixing shit from the game, like especially those goddamn 3-minute load-in times. Like, fuck you, man. You're so worried about nerfing awesome weapons and builds that people come up with. Fuck you. Just because people actually figure out cool ways to build the characters using the shit that you put in the game, and then you don't like how they're playing the game, so you fuck with it. Fuck off, dude. You're going to end up alienating your whole fucking fan base eventually. And yeah, maybe you made money off this game, but what happens when Borderlands 4 eventually comes out and people are like, fuck you, man. All you're going to do, we're going to find something awesome about this game, and then a month into it, you're going to take that away. Leave it alone. Gag on it, Glinda. Does religion create or encourage serial killers? I can't really say that it encourages serial killers. Serial killers just kind of, you just kind of have that thing. Because serial killers, most of them don't really deviate. They have a pattern. There's like a set cycle that drives them. Now, mass murderers or, crazy people, yeah, religion drives a lot of them. Gag on it, Linda. On that note, how many people do you think were serial killers in ancient times? I would say that the number was probably proportionate to today's population. Like, sure, I think there are more serial killers possibly in the world now because there are more people now. But I think that serial killers are just a part of nature. Like, just like anything else, it's just a balancing act. Yeah, fuck them. Gag on it, Glinda. Gwyneth Paltrow created a vagina-scented candle that sold out within minutes. What candle scent would you create? The sweat from my balls. You can feel the sweat from my balls. Hell yeah, I'll make a sweat from my balls candle. I'll never light that motherfucker, but I hope all of you just enjoy the fuck out of it. Like, the new scent from Bulldog, sweat from my balls. You're welcome. Gag on it, Glinda. Fuck, marry, kill. Medusa, the Sphinx, and Lilith. Medusa would get that dick rock hard, if you know what I mean. Jesus Christ. Well, I'm going to have to kill Medusa because I don't think I can risk all that shit. The Sphinx doesn't. I guess I'll fuck the Sphinx. Actually, no. I'll kill the Sphinx. I'll fuck Medusa from behind. Like, make sure she's got like a bag over her head or like a blindfold on or some shit. She ain't doing that eye thing to me. And then I'll marry Lilith. And we'll just make all kinds of demon babies for the rest of ever. Kayla. No, okay, no. That's a meme. I'm not doing the memes anymore. Gag on it, Glinda. Why is it so hard to keep meaningful connections in this world? I think our world has evolved. You know what? Fuck it. Why is it hard to keep meaningful connections? Because the phone companies and the internet companies, they throttle your service at certain points of the day, so it just doesn't work as well. And It's just hard to maintain those connections. And yeah, it's a shitty thing, but it happens. And there you go. Gag on it, Glenda. Children of Men is set in the year 2027. In this world, they have government-issued suicide kits. Do you think Alexa will have a suicide app in the future? Maybe a playlist. Only if they allow Hillary Clinton to develop skills for Alexa or possibly put her in any kind of authoritative position at Amazon. Gag on it, Glenda. Do you think bagels and donuts were invented by someone that wanted to fuck bread? I think they were invented by someone that fucked bread, not wanted to. I think the dude pulled that hot loaf out and stuck his dick in it and was like, oh, people are going to love this. So, yeah. Gag on it, Glenda. Oh, fuck. I'm yawning. Hold on. Fuck. It's unprofessional shit. I know. I don't really care. By the way, I literally just woke up like 4 minutes before I started recording this. If you can't tell, I still got sleepy voice, kind of. And I'm tired. Because, let's see, I just woke up at 10:30, but I didn't go to bed till like 6 o'clock this morning. So I got 4.5 hours of sleep. I'm exhausted, people. I'm so tired. And I was awake since like 7:30 yesterday morning. Anyway, Gagan and Glenda, have you ever considered letting people submit songs for you to sing and or poetry, short stories, jokes, etc. to read on your Sunday show? No, I have not considered that. But maybe I should. But that shit had better be entertaining as fuck. Like, you better... Probably you're going to have to make me like literally laugh out loud. Like I'm going to have to read something or hear something. And it's going to have to make me crack the fuck up. But yes, I would give full credit to whoever it came from. Guy on it, Glenda. Do you think Joe Rogan ever regrets doing Fear Factor? Maybe you should do an Evansville Fear Factor. What would that look like? Evansville Fear Factor? I take people. We start in Gymtown, okay? And you have to basically navigate, we'll say, 20 square blocks of Gymtown. And then I'm going to take you to the south side, down to Sunburst Boulevard, to Woodland Park Apartments. And you have to go through both of those building structures, floor by floor, walk in those narrow hallways with no weapons and like a camera that you're holding and just walking up and down those hallways, and you got to make it out. I think that would be fun as fuck, so long as I'm not actually there. But no, I don't think Rogan regrets doing Fear Factor at all. Like, he was the Fear Factor guy. That's how people got to know him and whatnot. Well, I actually knew who Joe Rogan was from news radio, but then he did the Fear Factor thing, and I think that was a pretty good gig for him. Gag on it, Glenda. Scientists recently discovered 4 new species of walking sharks. Since sharks are the top of the ocean food chain, do you think they are getting tired of us fucking up their world, so they evolved so they can fuck us up on land and in water? If there are walking sharks, we're all fucked. Okay? That means that we're like super close to Sharknado, as my friend Katisa so eloquently put it last night. Like, we're just a step away from Sharknado, and now we're all fucked and all hope is lost. I told her, like, look, I loved the cartoon Street Sharks growing up. I don't want to live in that fucking world. Like, that's kind of terrifying. Gag on it, Glenda. Do you ever get a boner just looking in the mirror? I get a boner just, like, touching my nipples. Like, it's me doing it, and all of a sudden my dick's like, yeah, bitch. Yeah. Take care of this. Come on. Come on, buddy. Just touch me. You know you want to touch me. Looking in the mirror, No, that doesn't really do it for me. Like, I guess I know what I look like too well, so. Oh, fuck, I'm yawning again. Fuck you people. Gag on it, Glenda. What lesson did you ever learn from a Disney or Pixar film? Okay, to be honest, that Up is the first like 10 or 15 minutes of Up is probably one of the most heartbreaking things I've ever watched, but there's a lesson there that sometimes the adventure that you think you need or you think you want isn't really the adventure that you needed or wanted. So, yeah, and that's a genuine answer for that one. Kayla, how is Gag on It Glenda so good at questions? I will say that when she's on one, like she is today, she will just come up with some really fucked up shit for me to answer. And I appreciate it. I love it. It's great. I don't know how she's so good at coming up with questions. I think, honestly, she probably thinks about this shit constantly. And, you know, like these are just her random thoughts while she's at work. Like trying to switch her brain pattern from wanting to kill everyone around her. You know, this is what she distracts herself with. Like, I should ask Bulldog this. Jimmy, when are you going to get Chris Statlander as a guest on your show? Bitch, if I get Chris Statlander within 5 feet of me, the last thing I'm worried about doing is this show. Fuck. There'd be a different kind of interview happening, and it'll be recorded on video, like through a camera phone, and you would probably have to go to like Pornhub or X videos to see that fucking interview. It'll be a whole different kind of podcast. Samuel, Spotify gave me a free Google Home for Christmas for being such a loyal customer. The first thing I listened to on it was your show. Are you proud of me? Fuck yeah, that's great. I'm glad that Spotify and Google Home, like when you get this shit at your house, you could listen to the Bulldog Unchained podcast. I mean, it's actually kind of scary to think that people have so much access to this fucked up shit show, but I think it's a good thing also. Like, it is fucked up, but it's necessary. And that's it, people. I'm done. Those are all the questions. And that's all you're getting from me this week. And I don't give a shit about your feelings, okay? I really don't. But I still love you. All of you. Individually. Like your precious little snowflakes. Okay? So don't melt. This is the Bulldog Unchained podcast. I'm your host, the King of Villains, Bulldog Malenko. This has been 30 minutes of mayhem. Now I gotta do a whole other hour and a half of this bullshit for you people. God damn it.